Okay class, I'm going to give you a demonstration on making this. So this first part, put on safety glasses. Put on your safety glasses or goggles like I explained earlier. If you have to wear glasses, then you would have goggles over your glasses. Okay, cable, they make two different types of cables. They make a cable with, they call this a 3-wire and this a 2-wire. Okay, even though there's 3 wires, there's only 2 insulated wires. This one here in the middle is bare. This one is a 3-wire. Okay, this one is bare, so we can only use these. This is for grounding. This is what's connected to Mother Earth. Okay, so this is our cable, and there's a picture of it in your Schoology on week 1, how to terminate a wire. So it has a picture of the cable. Okay. So step 1 was put on our safety glasses. We put on our safety glasses. Step 2, strip or cut 6 inches. And I mentioned this in the last time. This is inches. Inches. Inch is without the ES. Inch is 1. Inches is more than 1. So we have 6. This book here is the code book on how to wire. This code book tells me that I have to have 6 inches of wire in my box. This is an electrical box. Okay, these are the plastics we use in houses. So this is a 1, this is a 2, and then this is a round one for a light. So the code says we have to have 6 inches of wire inside our box. You can use a razor. You can use a knife. It's whatever's more. I'm going to put it, there's a video that I'm going to put on that'll show you how to use a little ripper. I left mine at school. I forgot to grab it. Okay, so here's my ruler. So it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to go to the 6, hold it there, get my razor. Careful so you don't cut yourself. Get our diagonal cutters here, and we cut off. So strip 6 inches of insulation off the cable. This is the cable. Here's the insulation, and cut off. And I cut it off. Okay. There. It says next, step 3, strip 3/4 of an inch. Now you see how it has inches and inch. 3/4 of an inch. Well, it's less. So it's 3/4 means it's less than 1 inch. Because an inch would be 1. 3/4 of an inch of insulation off the wire. So like I said earlier, this is our wire. So we're going to get this wire, and we don't have to worry about it. We have a white and a black that have insulation on it. This is also insulation, but this insulation is over the cable. Okay, for that we use a wire stripper. So here's a wire stripper. You can use a ruler. So 3/4 of an inch. There's a big line, so each line is 1/4. I'll go over 3. There. Find the wire size. Strip it off. Okay, there. See? Once you do it, because I've been doing it for more than 40 years, so I already know how. So strip 3/4 of insulation off the wire. There, I stripped off 3/4 of an inch off the wire. It says make the hook. A lot of people use the strippers. It's got holes on the side. You can just get it in there, put it in. A lot of people like to use a needle nose because the needle nose are curved. The needle nose are curved. You just grab it. On your thing it says go over and then come across. Then you're going to make your hook. it says put or land. So I made the hook. See, made the hook. And it says put or land the hook on the screw. So on this, we're going to put the white wire on the silver screw. We're going to put the bare wire. We're going to be talking about this tomorrow. And I'm just going to put it on. I'm just landing it on the screw. Okay. So now you can see I got my wires on the screw. They're a little bit there. Tighten it down. Tighten it down there on the screw. I'll get my screwdriver. And when you put it on, you want the hook to go over to the right. Because when we tighten the screw, we tighten to the right. So we want to make sure when we're going in, we're going across that screw. So you can see that my hook goes this way. So when I tighten it, I'm tightening that direction also. I'm going in the same direction. Okay, when I tighten, I'm going in the same direction. So you can see that when I tighten, I'm going to the right. I want my hook to the right. Okay, so here is my wire. So now I want my hook to go to the right. I landed it on the screw. I grabbed my screwdriver and I tightened the screw. Okay, there's a saying goes righty tighty, lefty loosely. So what it means is when you go tighten, when you go to the right, you're tighten. When you go to the left, you're loosening it. You take it off. That's what I was talking about, nice and tight. So we get it tight so it doesn't come off. Okay, so we're going to get it tight so it doesn't come off. So to the right is tighten. To the left, here I'm going to go to the screw. When I go to the left, I'm turning it this way, and that means it loosens the screw. Now I can take the wire off. Okay, so those are landing the hook. This week's project was making the hook and landing the hook. I'm going to talk about, I brought some of my tools here, some of the tools we use, and they're there. Pliers. Pliers is an electrician. We use a variety of them, but these are basically the pliers we use. These are called Lyman pliers. These have for crimp. These two are different in a way, but they're both almost the same. Okay, this one is called a hybrid, which is a combination of this and a stripper. So you can see it has little holes here. Get it close. You can see it has little holes there, so you can strip the wire. Has it to cut on the side. Sometimes we have to make a connection. We're using a connector and we have to crimp. This one does not have it right here, but this one does. That's what this does here. So we have to pinch something on a wire to hold it. Okay, so this one does both, and then this one also has, and you can see, I'll get a little closer here, right here in the middle has little holes. You can use that to cut screws. Okay, so these are pliers, and then the other one is the needle nose. So this is the needle nose that I use. They call it needle nose because of the long nose. This one also has a hole. You can cut on the side, and it has a hole so you can strip wire also. These are called diagonal cutters. This one is a straight, and this one is a high leverage. So you can see that this one is curved. So when you have to get something and pull, it gives you a little bit more. They're both the same, about the same. They're both the same size, but one is curved and one is straight. So these are diagonal cutters. These are only good for cutting. These are good if you want to pull something. If it's too close to the, so you can grab it, and you can, that's why it's got the leg. You can get the leverage to try to pull it out. And this is the end cutters. Oops. Same as those, but you cut this way. So the cutter is this way. Instead of being on the side, it's in the front. There's a picture of them in your thing. I showed the wire strippers. These are the only ones I have. They make them in two colors. They have a yellow and a red. It's for different types of wires. Here's a box that's round. This would be for a light. So they're round. These boxes are different. For when we have a light, we use a round box. When we have a device, like a switch or a receptacle, that goes in a square box. We'll be talking about testers. So these are the non-contact testers, and this one is a plug tester. So you just plug it in and it tells you if it's working or not. We'll get into that further on down the week. I only brought my screwdriver. I have a Phillips. I left it somewhere. So the Phillips, these are insulated. So this is not, the only reason I like these is because if I got to go somewhere, I don't have to worry about trying to get shocked. These are designed to handle up to 1,000 volts, so I don't get shocked. Okay, razors, again, you can use to cut. You can use a razor. Well, it's my other razor. I thought I grabbed my knife. But you can also have a knife. Okay, a razor or a knife. And this is a circuit breaker, an average type circuit breaker that goes in. This is another thing that we'll be talking about further on. Alright? So I just gave you a demonstration on making the hook, and then we'll get more into it. Thank you.